Because why do I want to talk about it? Because we are unconscious, if we're unconscious of that connection, we could be creating physiological stress, or at least we have some control over that lever. It's so hard. There's so many stressful things in life. Pull your knee open to the left. So if we have little tricks to make it better within the body, that's really helpful. Pull that knee open to the left and smooth down the right side. Help encourage that femur bone to drop back, creating more space in the throat for breath, for speaking, for singing, for humming, for vagal tone, that vagal nerve tone. And just notice if there's any congestion in the bowel area or in the hip flexor. Maybe even the liver might feel a bit under that right rib cage. You might feel a little bit swollen in there. You might want to add a little rub. Sugar. I don't know. You're not supposed to actually be able to feel your organs, but I feel like I can feel my organs. When I eat sugar, I'm like, yeah, I can completely feel them. Bring the knee into the middle, shift, and in my imagination, of course, shift your hips over to the left as you pull that left knee in and twist across. Look out over the left hand. And let's take the right hand and just brush that left side, unhiking that left hip. And try to relax the heel of the left hand down. It can be a bit stressful as well. And send your gaze as far as you can, forward and wide, trying to take in the whole space that you're looking at. So if it's a wall, you're trying to look at the whole wall at once. You may notice this even slows your breath down. Your exhales might get a little longer as you gaze far and wide. And then when we gaze at more of a single point, our focus gets more alert. This can be associated with good or bad, can be positive or negative, but what's conclusive is that it's alertness, and that takes a certain amount of energy and stress. And then just look at one finger. And then again, look out into the distance and try to widen your gaze. And then again at the hand. And reach through that left arm. Let this roll you onto your back and pull your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. And hello to Margaret, who's just joining us. Happy almost New Year. Merry Christmas. Place your left foot down on the floor. Grab your right ankle, half happy baby. Let's then take that left leg up to the sky and swing it left and right like a pendulum across the horizon. And you're just holding that right leg still in happy baby. And you can hold the foot if that's easier, or continue holding the ankle or somewhere even higher toward the knee. Let yourself fall all the way over to the right, but still holding that right foot in a half happy baby. So the foot is still trying to be sunny side up toward the ceiling as that left foot touches over to the right. And maybe you feel this. This might be a nice IT band stretch for you, or just a deep twist in the waist as the shoulders stay rooted on the floor. See if you can breathe almost as if, well, I guess it's inside the lung, but like almost as if under the lungs. As you feel the pressure of the diaphragm. When you breathe in, the diaphragm goes down. And when you breathe out, the diaphragm lifts back up. Putting different pressures on the heart. Then swing that left leg back up to the sky. Roll to your back and hold that left ankle bone or foot or somewhere there. And bring that right foot down to the ground just while you get into that half happy baby position. Feeling the widening across your low back. Just enjoy here for a few breaths. Relax your shoulders down. Imagine maybe your eyes are closed, but whether they're open or closed, imagine that you're looking at your peripheral vision, using your peripheral vision. And this may give you more access to breath. Our eyes play such a huge role in our nervous system. They're just bits of brain exposed to the world. And what we do with our eyes affects our breath, our sense of feeling safe or not. Reach that right leg up and start to swing it across the ooh, I have much less coordination on this side. Cross right and left. Oh, there we go. Fascinating. Cross that horizon line. Up and over, kind of rainbows, arcs, up and over. And then let it fall all the way over to the left, still holding that left foot sunny side up toward the ceiling. And try to pin that right shoulder down. Oh, for me, this is kind of a biggie. The shoulders are down. In both cases, I felt it in the left hip, which is telling, I suppose. And try pushing, if you're holding the foot into the resistance of the hand. Oof, really press that right shoulder down, down, down. Very good. Pulse. I'm seeing knees in a confusing way, but I'm just gonna hope that's for the best. And then we'll reach that right leg back up and let's take full happy baby. Ankles or feet or somewhere along the shins. No strain. Please don't feel any sharp pains here. Maybe there's like resistance in the inner groins for sure. They may be like, oh, achy and creaky. Push your feet toward the ceiling as you resist with the hands, and that will give you some good muscles on your backs, good muscular engagement. And maybe even dial the shins in toward the forearms, and the forearms push outward, and this will help move the femur head in the hip socket for you. I'm a real tight fit in there. My femur bone barely fits in the acetabulum, so I do have to do things like that. Maybe if yours fits better, you do not. And then release your hands from your grip on your legs and rock yourself right on up to a seat. Let's go right to down dog and enjoy the gifts of all that stretching. So send your heels down toward the mat, press through your hands, open your upper back, and just experience maybe a stretchier body. Let your head hang down. Yeah. Shake out what you don't need. I have a whole lot there, a whole lot in my head I don't need. Shake that out for now. Can't solve, or it's very hard to solve problems in the head with the head. You gotta go into the body for a little while. Drop into the body, get out of the mind. Then go back to the mind. Walk the feet forward up to the hands. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. So heart offering, always good to find gratitude. That always helps with whatever it is. Exhale, fold forward, let the head hang down. Plugging the feet into the ground, rise, please, arms circle up, lift tall. Reach through your arms and then sweep the hands to your low back buttocks area. Interlace the fingers, press the hips forward, roll the shoulder blades together and chest open, head back. Keep pressing the hips forward. Keep squeezing open here. And then lift your head up, come to stand. Whew. Let your shoulders drop, close your eyes. Stand in Tadasana. Strong, finding your home frequency. We've been around perhaps a lot of people, not Sharon hasn't, but first you were around a ton of people and then isolated. But during the holidays, generally speaking, a lot of other people's energy have affected us, has passed through our space. So just coming back home to you. Spin your palms open. Invite in a connection to something bigger, whatever that is to you, however you define it. Opening to faith. Pushing down into the earth. Reach the arms up, eyes flutter open, see your fingertips, head dropping back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, look up, let's step right to plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, roll into that back bend. Exhale, take it home to down dog. We're looking for that home frequency. Breathing here through the nose. Ujjayi breath. Finding our inner vigor, our inner power. Waiting for us to find it. Calling upon that inner strength. Inhale, raise your heels. Bend your knees, walk forward or jump forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, glide your heart forward, sits bones back at that nice deep spinal stretch. Beautiful. Fold and drop your head. Inhale, plug into the earth, rise tall, arch back. Swing your hands to your buttocks, opposite lacing of the fingers, roll chest open, squeeze shoulder blades, head drops back. Really opening up there. Lift through the heart, raise the head. Tadasana, arms down by the side, melt the shoulders. Eyes are closed. Make sure that left collarbone is lifted, wide, and the shoulder is able to drop. We often guard the heart with the left side. Sometimes it's the right also. Feel the balls of the feet pressing into the floor, the center of the heel bone, that electricity rising, that piezoelectricity driving up. Feel the pelvic floor lift, the belly lift, the throat gently closing just a little bit. Those 3 locks. Spin the palms open, raise the arms up, look up, eyes flutter open. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, gaze goes up, let the eyes guide you. Step the right and left foot back, plank to chaturanga. Inhale, gliding through. Lift those collarbones. Exhale, take it home to down dog. Find your station here. Breathing through the nose. Pulling up on those locks. That internal strength. Well, getting that spine stretching, getting that youth back into your body, that sense of playful strength. Breathe through your nose. That upward breath.
Margaret, I can't tell because of the angle, but if your hands are turned in, turn them out. Yeah, that's gonna ease up on your neck a bit. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or jump forward to your hands. Inhale, lengthen forward, really offer your heart. Stick your booty back, Karen. Exhale, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale, rise, circle the arms up. See your own fingertips, grow the fingers up. Beautiful, let's flow. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, step left and then right foot back. Plank and low push up. Inhale, gliding forward, open your chest. Nice, get that chest to open. I know it's hard. Exhale, gorgeous. Take it back down, dog. That's it. Widen your back. Harness your power. Find it. Find it in there. By lifting the pelvic floor, belly, little closure of the throat. It helps direct the breath. And the gaze of the eyes is relaxed, diffuse. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, travel forward to the hands. Now we focus the eyes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, we relax the eyes, fold forward. It's all built into the practice. It's so interesting. Inhale, circle the arms up, reach to the sky, arching back. It's like science catches up with the practice. Exhale, fold forward. I mean, it's exactly like that. Inhale, look up. It's like gaze. Why is that built in? And it turns out there's a reason. Step right and left foot back, plank, low push up. Inhale, gliding forward, really lift those collarbones. Very nice, women. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Find your power here. Stoke it with that breath. Releasing all the stuff you're holding for everybody. All the lists. Pulling in your power. Beautiful. Inhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, travel to your hands. Inhale, stretch here, stick that booty back, reach that heart forward. Exhale, fold, melt, let go, let the heaviness of the mind just release here, please. Bend the knees, find your legs, find those glucose stores, reach your arms up. Let's burn out the legs a little bit. So we'll stay in the squat and we'll raise the heels. 10, raise and lower. 9, 8, 7, 6. Pull up your pelvic floor. 5, 4, 3. A twosies. And hold up on 1. Squeeze your heels a little bit closer. Feel how that shifts the butt. Hold. Now, can we straighten the legs but stay in releve? Lift the heels higher. Squeeze the heels in, reach up, hold. Row up through the waist. And then melt your heels down. Let them plummet into the earth. Chair, sink back, squat low. And fold. Let it go. Let's widen the feet a bit. Bend the knees, take your familiar crossing of your fingers and wrap those arms overhead here. Please feel free to grab a strap or use just whatever's around you, towel, sweatshirt, sock, anything to help. And just floss those shoulder blades, squeeze them a little bit more together and let the head just please dangle that head like a jewel. Bend the left knee, move your fist to the left, and try to keep that right leg straight, get a deep stretch there. Twisting, looking to the right. And then bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, twisting, looking to the left. Feel that. Back to the middle.
Okay, who are you holding there? I think that was my dad. Just like release my dad off my back. Whew. Release your hands. Like for real, it can feel like that. Pull the heart forward, step right and left foot back. Drop your right knee to the ground. Come onto your right hand, modified side plank, left arm high. Pull your ribs in, tuck your buttocks under, sweep that left arm over the ear, look up. Option to lift the bottom knee off the mat so that you're holding your own power there, or straighten both legs. Either way, step your left foot behind you and come into a back bend of some sort. So your right knee can be down or your right leg straight. Now bring both hands in front of you and your right shin is down. Your left leg is out to the left. So right shin down, left leg's out there. We're gonna use the left leg as our motor and we're gonna kind of like a spider. That left leg drives the motion. So my left foot's down and I'm circling that left knee. I'm getting in there. So I'm getting into that whole, it's a weird movement. I don't know when we do this much in life, but it's really good. And go the other direction. You can play with that left foot. It doesn't have to be sealed on the floor. You can be on the toes. That gives you more access. I'm doing a little internal, external squiggle. Clearing out the cobwebs. I got a lot of them in that hip. Well, yeah, I do. And then turn back to the mat, the proper direction, and let's just take child's pose if that's possible, or take your modification here. Coming right into your breath, take stock of where you are now. Have you released anything? Do you feel any lighter? And the answer could be like, heck no, I weigh 10,000 pounds right now. Stress is heavy, fear, whatever it is. Emotions are heavy. Or light, I guess. That makes sense. Just notice what's there now. Softening the armpits, softening the ribs, softening the neck. These are all possible. When we have agency over our own body, at least there's that, like we have, it's empowering. I don't know if you can hear me when my head is down. It's probably just as well. Arms are reaching forward, come onto all fours, tuck your toes. Let's pick those knees up and just hover here. If it's possible, you might need to be on fists. Pull knees toward wrists and wrists toward knees. And oh, suck that whole tummy stuff up, toning it, feeling its strength. I'm like a bull, gonna charge forward, but my feet are pulling me back. Feel that resistance. Good. And then take it to down dog. Right leg up to the sky. Bring your nose and knee together. Inhale, right leg up. Step your right foot forward, spin the back heel, warrior one. Reach, reach, reach. Swing the hands behind you. Happy interlacing. So again, that regular lace. Inhale, lift your heart. Exalted warrior. Head goes back. Like you're on a horse maybe. And you're looking up at the sun. And then fold forward, humble warrior. Dropping the head humbly down to the inside of the foot. Hugging the shin toward the head. Firming the left foot into the ground, toning that left inner thigh. Bring the hands down.
Spin onto your back heel, back toes. Lower the back knee and widen your right foot to the right. You can use blocks or come down here onto the ground with your forearms. Deep stretch here. My, like this. Elbows down. Good. And you can squeeze that right knee in toward the midline or not. And we're gonna step it back to forearm plank, holding here, ankles toward elbows, elbows toward ankles, feeling that power. Maybe a shake. Try to lengthen out your spine. Oh, rolling that under rib cage forward slightly. That makes it way harder. So you can feel that shake. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your glutes. Thigh bones are lifted. For 3, 2, lower the pelvis down. March your elbows forward. Separate the hands. Lifting here, Sphinx. Wow. Very good, you guys. Actually, that's a really good idea. Roll your eyes up if they're not already. And then close the lids. Count backwards 5, 4, 3, 2. Give it a little more lift. Wow, that was cool. And then drop your head onto your hands. Bend the knees, windshield width the feet, right and left. So it puts you in, it's a little bit of a self-hypnosis trick, what we just did. So you can direct yourself now to release something or choose something. You're a little more suggestible. So what do you want to call in? What do you want to let go? Stretch your legs out behind you, hands by the side of the chest. Okay, tuck your toes, push straight up to plank, straight back to down dog, and walk your feet all the way forward to your hands. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold over. Let the head go. Bend the knees, raise the arms coming into chair, and we'll lower and lift the heels. 10, 9, 8. Try to lift that pelvic floor. 5, 4, 3. Arms are up if they can be. 2. And raise those heels, hold them up. Woo. Sink a little lower. Now releve up, try to straighten the legs. Squeeze those long stems. Reach up, 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 up. Up, squeeze the heels in. Sink the heels down. Sink back to chair. And fold over. Separate the feet, bend the knees, softly sweep the hands behind you. Alternate lacing of the fingers, so the way that feels weird. And wrap the arms overhead. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, turn toward the left. Hands going over to the right a bit. Open that left shoulder. It may be hard to pry that sucker open. See what you can do. Maybe even rest the hands on the right waist, but that might not help. And then to the center, bend the left knee, arms toward the fists toward the left. Look to the right. Down the middle. Release your hands. Bring your feet together. Inhale, look forward. Step your right leg back. left leg back, chaturanga. Inhale, up, dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Come forward to plank, lower your left knee, raise your right arm up, side plank modified. Sweep your right arm over your ear, looking up to the right arm. Dial that left shoulder blade onto the back as you tuck your ribs. Maybe lift that left knee, maybe straighten both legs. Yogi's choice. Whatever you're doing, step your right foot behind you and take a version of a back bend or a deeper bend of some sort. Bring the right hand down, face the right side of your mat. Your right leg goes out to the side, and you're going to use that right knee and circle. So the circle's happening because you're working it through that right leg. That's your working leg. Play with different directions and maybe different positions of that foot. See how you can make this yours, getting into any stuck area in that groin or hip. Good. Positioning yourself back to the front of the mat and step that left foot forward. Lower your elbows down. Wowzers. We didn't do this yet, but let's do something else first because we need a little help here. So right toes tuck under, sweep your left leg up and back to the sky. Draw your knee to your nose, tap it. Inhale, left leg up. And step left foot forward. Spin your back heel down. Warrior one, arms go up. Let yourself feel that victory. Oh, all the presents are done. It's Boxing Day, boxing things up. Ready for the next year. Take your hand, 2024, hands behind your back, awkward lacing of the fingers. Lift the chest, exalted warrior. Feel the sunlight coming in through the windows. Open the chest. Humble warrior. We drop our heads. We bow with great humility to our own heart, to something bigger, to our purpose. Letting go of what we no longer need. Now release your hands down and spin into that lizard lunge. That left foot can go a little to the left, the right knee to the floor, and let the elbows come down somewhere. They may not reach the floor. You might need blocks, or you may do that with straight arms. Just depends on how you're feeling. Adding a little muscle here by pulling that left shin toward the midline and scissoring front leg toward back leg and vice versa. If you're feeling like it, you can always lift that back knee for more tension, but most people have plenty of tension without that. So stay down on those elbows and step that left foot back, coming into forearm plank. Walk the feet in just a little bit, and we'll do a little bit of twisting abs here. Drop the heels to the right, inhale to the center, exhale to the left. Inhale, exhale, it's a faster breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1,
and hold. Lower the knees, stretch it back. Child's pose, good job. See if you can melt here, ribs, chest, head, armpits, buttocks, feet, letting everything soften, soften, soften. Pulling the belly in, slowly rolling up onto your shins. You can put a block between your knees or between your feet to mitigate low back sensitivity and back bends if you have that. Hands to your waist, to your back area, fingers point up or down. Squeeze the elbows, press the buttocks forward. Camel prep. Head going back. If it's easier, go ahead and grab those heels. That feels right. Pull up on the heels. And enjoy this really huge, huge stretch. For 4, 3, 2, and come on up. Well done. Bring your hands to the ground and shake out your butt. Shake your tail. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Good. Shake the head. Shake the whole kit. Inhale, Buddha. One more time for camel. Come up onto those shins. Please pad your knees as needed. Tuck the toes under if you like. If you want, go right to the feet or take it in stages. The head doesn't ever have to go back. See what your body can do, wants to do, feels right doing. And you're ready. Woo. Rock it up out of it. Beautiful. And shake it. Shake your butt. Shake your head. Shake it. Gorgeous. And come back down onto your elbows and tummy and legs. First, Sphinx. Elbows are directly under the shoulders or slightly forward. Interlace the hands and let's look up again. Look up with your eyeballs. And then slowly-ish, try to keep the eyes looking up and close the lids. Hold here, count backwards, 5, 4, 3, keep looking up if you can, 2, close lids, 1. And slowly, drop the head down to the hands, bend the knees, windshield wipe here. We've got 23 closing out. We've got a full moon in Cancer, which is home, cozy, but all the feelings, lots of feelings in the sign of Cancer. The moon is in its domicile, which means it's happy in Cancer or it's comfortable there. Home life stuff. All of this might be coming into focus for one reason or another. And usually, again, with a lot of emotions, perhaps you may not be feeling them, but they're tied to whatever's coming up. And it might just feel like a lot as we end the year with this. So again, what do you want to let go of? What have you been holding on? It's just time to release. And what do you want to call in? Let your legs drop and rub here on that third eye point. Interlace your fingers if they're not, and bring your jaw, your chin right over the knuckles, right over the crossing of the fingers where the knuckle beds are. And you're going to roll your face to the left so that the knuckles go right into the jaw. You're getting a massage into those muscles there. And keep turning your head until you're all the way at the end of that jawbone. And then you're gonna go across the other way. You can get into that muscle. And then rest your head when you're done on the knuckles, the forehead. Move the hands behind the head and keep them interlaced and just gently pull here, right at the base of the skull. With the heels of the hands, you can manipulate the head just a little bit left and right. If you're loosening a cap from a jar. And then take your hands, place them by your chest, and slowly roll to a cobra. You may find yourself with a little more elasticity than normal. And let's come onto our backs. Walk your knees through. If you have a block nearby, go ahead and grab it. If you don't, you're probably going to want to go to a wall for legs up the wall. We're going to bring the legs up. Even if you do have a block, and if you prefer legs up on the wall, please do that. Otherwise, we're going to go from bridge into Viparita Karani with a block. So first, lifting up to bridge, placing the block at a height you like. The least stable is the highest height. So if you're looking to just challenge yourself, that's always fun. Or pick a lower one. And then raise the legs. You want the chest open, so you may choose to grip the mat. In a perfect world, our bellies in this pose are soft. There's like a deep, profound sinking. So the belly were a deep lake. There's a Kriya here. Kriya is like a, well, kind of covers a lot of things, but it's a type of meditation that sometimes it's like a contemplation of something. So in this case, in this Kriya, it's the third. We focus on the movement of energy through the chakras. And the description of Kriya is that it's like a needle passing through the materials. It's like we're almost like a sewing. And the needle moves through the different wheels of energy, through the different chakras, and we name them to help focus our attention. Muladhara, so for sure, that first chakra, it's called Muladhara, we just say Mul, and we focus on the pelvic floor. So we say Mul, and it traditionally is said 3 times, so just, if you want to play along, you just, and I'm usually doing this, I don't usually talk about it, but I'm usually doing that in this pose. And so we say Mul, 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 and it's as though we're piercing through that chakra. And then we move to the second chakra. And in this case, it's represented in the back body at the sacrum. Swadhisthana. There isn't a nickname for that one, so it's Swadhisthana. And then we go through the navel, Manipur chakra, third chakra. We go up to the heart, Anahata. And then we go to the throat. And something interesting happens here. That energy is said to change. It changes here and turns white. So it cools in the throat. It's supposed to cool here and cool and turn white. The Shuddhi. And then it moves to the back of the skull, the part that's touching the floor. Bindu. And then it moves forward on the diagonal as though to the center of the brain. Ajna. And then up through the crown, up and out through the crown. And it's said to fountain all around us. And then it goes back the other way. It skips a couple points, but it goes, well, just really one. It goes down in a straight line on this, on the down, through the crown, through the third eye, directly into the throat. It then goes forward through the heart, through the navel, through the sacrum, and out through the pelvic floor. This can be done on an inhale and an exhale. And I'll just run through it one time with you. On an inhale, if you like, mu, 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 swadhisthana, manipura, anahata, vishuddhi, bindu, ajna, and then it goes out through the crown. On an exhale, it goes back down through the crown, through the third eye, through the throat, through the heart, through the navel, through the sacrum, and out through the pelvic floor. The names are weird and probably not familiar, so color works really well if you happen to see that way. Sometimes people just feel it, or it's just abstract. There's no right or wrong. When you're ready, you can bend your knees and bring your feet back down to the earth. Spread the soles of your feet, keep the block there, and just hold the shape. Can you relax enough onto your support that you're allowing yourself to be supported? I know for some people this comes naturally. It has never, as far as I know, come naturally to me. And you let yourself feel supported. And then we take the block away, move it out of the way, and just feel your own support system, your glutes, your hamstrings, your bones, your willpower. Widen the shoulders and slowly descend one vertebra at a time. Maybe you have a more nuanced sense of self after just being exposed to the subtle body with your awareness. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall open. Take your hands to your head and glide your head here. Finding your center. And find the home of your shoulder blades, maybe wiggle around a bit until they feel really comfy and the heart is slightly buoyed. Perhaps now straighten the legs and roll the limbs in and out. If you want to spend more time in Supta Baddha Konasana, please stay there. Regardless of your position, take that physiological sigh, breathing in through the nose. Another sip of air in. And sigh out the mouth. Ah. Breathe in something you're grateful for. And a little more of it. Ah. There you go. One more. Breathe in something you're grateful for. A little more. And audible sigh. And begin to let the body go. Letting the bones release down toward the earth. Releasing the patterns, the habits, stories. Have our bodies contorted that have kept us at some distance from our own sense of innate healing. I don't know, I wasn't here. I don't know why it was a good plan to kind of keep us separate from our bodies, from knowing those nuances of the power centers, just because we can't see them. I don't know. Seems crazy to me. The more we know about them, the more we can utilize them to heal ourselves. With really not much effort at all. In fact, it's less effort than almost anything. We can become aware of the subtle body and its capabilities. Your inner listening. I listened to a gorgeous podcast yesterday of this 102-year-old physician. And she said it wasn't until her 90s that she felt, she'd written all this stuff, but that she felt confident that anyone had any interest in what she had to say, that anything she said mattered. And I'm really glad that she got to live, she's 102, through to the 90s so she could share what she knows because it's amazing. And she talks a lot about our innate wisdom to heal. And that's really what healing is. The body is doing healing, not the healer, the physician. That's her position. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. On this exhale, yawn and stretch. Notice there's more space, and if it's just the tiniest bit. To let go of an old habit, to let go of something that doesn't serve. Being a little bit more of a fresh slate for what's to come. Rolling to whichever side is calling you, come into a little fetal ball. And send your breath into your back. Make more space here as you empty your cup for the new year. You empty your cup for all that this full moon is bringing. If you're stuck at home, maybe you embrace the day of being home and safe with the people you love. That's the energy of the sign of Cancer. And then press down to your hands and rise, making the world more beautiful, making the world more cozy and intimate, being more in contact with our feelings, whatever they may be. Make your way up to a seat. Not only are we separate, and perhaps it's the same story in some way from our bodies, but we're separate from the earth in so many ways. Just feel yourself now grounded. These really big energies around us, who knows how they affect us? Just being open to how they do. Raise the arms up to the sky. Praying the palms and bringing them down, landing them at the heart. I'm so grateful for us all here, healthy in our own way, healthy enough to do this practice, to keep learning, to keep loving, to keep being brave and enjoying this life and helping others. Thank you for staying together. You know I'm gonna cry. Let's take a beautiful Om together. Inhale. Om. And the wishes of your heart to your own mind, plug your thumbs into your forehead, connecting to your own wisdom, the wisdom of your ancestors that got you here. Gratitude to them and their chutzpah, their tenaciousness, their fight, to all those who are still with us, and all of those who have passed. We're so grateful. Thank you all, and I'll see you in 2024. I love you.